All right. What's up, guys? So I'm here with Lilla. Lilla, appreciate you jumping on here and being with me on this interview. So I wanted to highlight you because you have had some absolutely explosive success within the last 2 months or so that you've been inside of our mentorship. So first and foremost, why don't we just kick it off right here? What has been the biggest results that you have achieved so far in what time frame?
Yeah, I made about $5,300 in the past 2.5 months that I started digital marketing and specifically started with your program. I
Okay.
made $1,900 in one day. I made $900 in like the span of 7 minutes. It was absolutely insane.
907 minutes.
Yeah.
And also to clarify, completely faceless with the faceless profile.
Yes, exactly.
100%. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and let's unpack this. People are probably like, what the heck? I called BS. That can't be true. So let's break this down. Okay. So first and foremost, let's kind of just give everyone here a little understanding of who you are, what's your background. So you might tell me, where you're based in the world, what is it that you do? Just give me a little short background on what you do.
Yeah, I'm Lil. I'm 23. I work currently full time as an admission counselor at my alma mater. I'm also in grad school. I'm based in Boston, Massachusetts,
Mhm.
and I've been doing digital marketing, this account specifically, since May 1st.
Super. And right now, at the time of this recording, it's July. So two months, 2.5 months. Okay. And tell me a little about your background before. So yeah, off camera, we were just chatting about the fact that you had two failed attempts at this whole digital marketing thing, right? Can you tell me a little about that? Like what happened back then? How long have you been doing this for? And yeah, let's start with the past.
Yeah, I started dabbling in digital marketing in 2023. So I came across it on someone's TikTok page. It really interested me, the whole business model, how simple it was.
Mhm.
And so I tried starting with a course. Unfortunately, that didn't work out very well. So I had one failed business attempt at that point. I joined another course. I restarted another account. That didn't go anywhere. And then on the third try, I was like, I need a mentor this time around
Yeah.
because I was trying to do it solo for those previous two attempts. And when I joined this program, that's when everything started clicking, which was really, really awesome to see.
100%. So let's talk about that. So you had these two failed businesses. You've done those courses. I never want to badmouth any other programs. I think all programs, most creators have good intentions. I don't think it's ever a bad intention thing. I just think that the thing that most courses, programs lack is the one-on-one support, right?
Yes.
Because information without implementation is meaningless, as I always say. You need someone to hold your hand, be there
Yeah.
step by step. So can you walk me through like, what do you think the biggest difference was between those first two attempts that you did? You didn't make any sales, and then all of a
Yeah.
sudden now in 2 months you've done over 5,000 in sales. What do you think, like, if you could nail it down to one or two things, the biggest one thing that made the difference for you?
Definitely that hand holding. I think, going solo, it's really overwhelming. It's also really tough to self audit your process. So you don't know if you're doing something correctly. But
Yeah.
with this mentorship, right, there's that accountability piece. So not only are you getting the information from someone who's already built something really successful, but
Mhm.
you're getting kept accountable and they're making sure that that you're making progress towards your goals every
Mhm.
single day. And you're focused and you're really working towards that.
100%. So it's like you can't make good decisions, as you're saying, when you're just looking at your own stuff. You need a second set of
Exactly.
eyes, a fresh opinion from an expert who's been there, done that, right? That's what our coaches are. Your coach, by the way, who's your coach? Which one?
I started with Donovan, now I'm in Ian's caseload.
Okay. And with Ian and for and Donovan, how do you think it's been working with the coaches?
It's been awesome. They're so sweet. Both of them are really, really invested in my success, and I could really feel that with every meeting that I had with them.
Super. So one thing I want to talk about is the fact that you started with done for you digital products. So I know as of recently you've created some of your own products, but in the very beginning, you sold, I believe it was Allen AI, right?
Mhm.
And then, were there any other done for you digital product sales that you had done?
Allen AI was the only one I was selling at that point that was
Okay.
done for me.
So Allen AI, done for you AI software digital products. Can you tell me a little about just the confidence that you had from not needing to make your own digital product? A lot of people think in the very beginning, oh man, I would never be able to sell a courses, digital products, e-learning industry is so hard to get into because I'm not an expert. No one would ever buy from me. So like, how were you able to overcome that? And like, what was the shift like for you when you sold done for you digital products?
Yeah, having everything kind of done for me, especially on the delivery side of the process, was such a huge relief, right? There's that huge fulfillment piece that needs to be, fulfilled when you create a product yourself. But with the done for you product, all you have to do is get people in, get their foot in the door, and then
Mhm.
after that, once they buy in, it's all taken care of from there. So I don't have to personally do very much from that point on. With your own products, right? There's the all the things that you have to think about, like the
Mhm.
minute details, which is really overwhelming, especially for someone like me who was a complete beginner in this course. So being able to just leverage something that was already done for me, already had everything planned
Yeah.
out, was really, really helpful.
100%. And my recommendation is always for anyone that wants to get to their first couple thousand in sales online, you do so with done for you digital products first, right? And honestly, if you never want to make your own product, that's fine. You can just keep running it. I know people that do 5 grand a month, 10 grand a month, just selling other people's products. But then for you, the other path is if you do want to eventually build your own stuff, which is what you've done, it's the perfect stepping stone, right? You went from selling a done for you digital product, and then after you made your first thousand, couple thousand, boom, now you're shifting on to making your own products, right?
Yeah.
Fantastic. Okay. Well, let's actually share screen. I'm going to share screen here and actually feature your Instagram account here. I'll give you a shout out. So your profile right now, you are sitting at, let's see here, 406 followers. And you've done, as you had said, 5,300 in sales and tracking fast, right, to growing and growing. So
Mhm.
a couple things I want to highlight here. Number one, you have done this profile while working a full-time job, also while studying. Are you in your dorm room right now?
I'm literally in my dorm room right
Let me
now.
just
Yeah.
insert it so everyone can see this. You're literally sitting in your dorm room. So, like, the reason why this is so mind-blowing for me, I love this because I was a senior in university, very similar to you when I was first getting started with my business. I think for anyone who's working a full-time job, for
Mhm.
anyone who is a busy parent with kids, and anyone who is studying in school, the number one excuse goes, okay, I know I don't have to show my face, I don't want to. I know I don't have to, I don't have to make my own product, but I don't have enough time. I don't have enough time. I don't have enough time. And they use that as the number one excuse, right? I'm so busy. Can you kind of just explain a little bit about how you've been able to make this work despite being so busy with you already have? Like is that just an excuse or is that a real thing that people don't have enough time? What would you
No,
say?
it's definitely an excuse. You always have time for the things that are important to you, and if that means carving out the time or, sacrificing those pockets of time where you'd probably just be scrolling on social media, then that's what has
Mhm.
to be done. I usually wake up, an hour early in the morning. I'm not a morning person, but I know that in order to make sure that I'm consistent with my business, I have to do that. And then I
Mhm.
usually set aside about an hour or two after work as well, just to get all my stuff done for the day.
Super. So you do the sandwich method. In the morning,
Mhm.
you work on your business for an hour or so. You do go about your day, whether that's school, that's working your 9 to 5, and then you come back home, you eat, have dinner, and then your schedule is in the evening or in the afternoon. Once everything's done, you work on your business then. Is that right?
Exactly.
Okay, super. And then do you do any type of content batching or anything like that in order to make yourself more efficient? Or what is that process?
I usually create at least the on-screen text that I want to put together on a video. I create the caption ahead of time. I have my own like B-roll that I've put together and batched ahead of time. So
Mhm.
it's usually about, I don't know, 10 minutes to put together a video in the morning, and I do
Nice.
two of them a day, so it's not that much time.
So 20 minutes to do a video.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Okay, well, let's take a look at some of these pieces of content here. Let me share screen here. I'll share sound and let's take a look here. So when we look at your profile, I think that's awesome. Only 400 followers and you've done like the craziest thing is I know people that have 10,000, 20,000, 50,000 followers and they don't even make 500 bucks a month from their content. And here you are with 400 followers and you've done thousands. So, I mean, that's just another limiting belief hopefully that people are breaking. Is there like any particular piece of content that you think would be useful for other people to take a look at from these here that maybe they can understand what you do?
Yeah, let's go down. There's one that says 6 figs in 6 seconds. That's one of my favorite videos I've made to date.
Is
It's
it
a little,
how much down do I here we
it's
go.
right there.
Let's see
Yep.
it. Let's see it. Let's play this
I'm
audio.
about to make 6 figs in 6 seconds. And no, this isn't clickbait. I want to show you just how easy it is to fake income claims online. Watch, I open my Beacon sales page, highlight the dollar amount, right click, hit inspect, and boom, I can change that number to anything in
That's crazy.
the code. 6 figs, done. Now it looks like I make more than most doctors and lawyers
That's insane.
do. Just like that, 6 figs in 6 seconds. But here's my promise to you. I'll never fake my results like so many people do in the make money online space. I'm showing you this so you understand how easily people manipulate screenshots and claims. That's why whenever I share income on video, I always refresh the page first. If it's not real, then it disappears.
Boom.
Follow me for more digital marketing insights as I document my 100% honest journey.
That's awesome. So let's break down this. Number one, this is completely faceless. What are you using to blur out your face? What's the platform?
So, yeah, I usually use a TikTok filter, so I film in TikTok, and then
Uh,
I can download that without the watermark. I've been using CapCut more recently because they have a nice like
okay.
pixelated face filter as well.
Okay. So TikTok, CapCut, simple, easy to use. And then how did you find the hook for the video? So that 6 figs in 6 seconds. Did you research that, or is that like intuition you came up with that yourself?
I came up with that with the help of Alan AI. It
Okay.
helps me with the hooks for that.
Okay, super. So you're using some AI tools like Alan to do so. Use your own creativity for that. And then this was probably like what, 60 seconds long, minute and a
Mhm.
half long video. And
Yeah,
then also, did you use AI to write this caption here, or how did you write
I
this?
did. Yeah,
Okay,
I use Alan to create a draft of my responses or my captions, and then I put them into my own chat GPT I've trained up.
That's awesome. So essentially, you're using AI to find the hooks, meaning the first 3 seconds for anyone who doesn't understand what hook is. So the first 3 seconds of video, the hook, you use AI. You use AI to help script out the video. Obviously, you film the video yourself. You use TikTok or CapCut to blur out your face. So boom, that's how you faceless. And even the caption here, you use AI for ChatGPT and Allen AI. Okay, super. And then I mean, look at this engagement. That's freaking awesome. Okay, right on. So you're doing faceless reels just like that. I noticed you also do some carousels, right? Like you had sent me over one. Where can I find a carousel? These look like
It's
they're real.
definitely lower down, but there's one right there that says the one that's my favorite is further down a bit more.
Let's go find it here.
A little bit more.
So, okay, so
Uh,
first off, you have these quote posts like this one. So this is just a single slide. Do you make this on Canva?
I do. I use Canva for all
Okay,
of the like nice aesthetics.
nice. So nice aesthetics. Also, your page is branded really nicely, like purple is your thing. So I think that looks good. And
Yeah,
then, cool, let's keep coming. Let's find that carousel.
right there, the 10
Photo post.
realizations one.
There it is. 10 realizations, and that's got some nice engagement here too. So 10 realizations that cracked the code and led to my first sales online. And then you actually scroll through and you give some really, really good value here. Which one do you think is the most important one out of these lessons? There's 10 lessons here.
Definitely the mentorship piece.
Okay.
Of my previous two business attempts, the only thing that separates that from what I'm doing now is the fact that I got mentorship. So
Yeah.
that's quite literally what made everything click.
Okay, that's awesome. Well, I mean, I just again want to reinforce this is your post get 30 likes, 8 comments, nothing crazy, not millions of views or anything like that, and you're able to make money just the same from this, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, absolutely incredible. Well, okay, hopefully there was some tactical value from the stuff that we're just sharing there. So as we come to a close here, a couple of things I want to just fast fire with you here. So if people are watching this right now, they were skeptical at the beginning, like, okay, there's no way you did these sales, but now they actually see that you are actually doing it faceless. You don't have some crazy, crazy big following. You do make time. You have time for it. You just choose not to make time for it. You just
Right.
put their objection about that. Can you tell me if someone is on the fence and they're really considering, like, man, I really want to book a call. I want to speak with Richard's team. I'm considering jumping inside the mentorship. What would you say to them if they were on the fence, but they're scared. They're scared to get over that, get inside, take that risk. Maybe you felt the exact same thing when you were considering. Could you speak on that? What would you say to them?
Yeah, I was definitely in the same position not that long ago. I was very, very, scared to invest, especially because at this time in my life, my family was making a major move to Europe. But
Mhm.
unfortunately, I couldn't go with them due to financial constraints. But I knew that in order to better support myself and my family abroad, I needed to do something a little bit drastic. I needed to make a change. So I bet on myself. I told myself, if I'm going to do this, I'm going to make sure I put in the work. I'm going to really take to heart all the advice that I'm getting from this mentorship. And
Mhm.
if replicate the steps to success that someone else has already walked before, you're much more likely to achieve that success yourself. So I kept that in mind. I made the investment as scary as it was. And I'm so, so glad that I did because I don't regret a single penny of that investment. It's
100%.
been
Yeah.
absolutely incredible since
Yeah,
then.
mentorship always comes back. It always
Yeah.
comes back. The skills that you acquire are going to produce 10x, 100x ROI over the course of your career. And the craziest thing is it's only been 2 months for you. So the thing that I'm the most excited to experience is to see and witness over the next 6 months, over the next 12 months of your career. Lily, just to give you some more insight, given I know you're at kind of the beginning of your business career, you're going to experience so much growth in your first year. I remember one of my mentors, who had already done multi seven figures when I made my first, I think it was like 5 or 10,000, very similar to you right now. He said to me, just imagine how excited and how happy you are right now and how much growth you've had in 2 months. Can you imagine doing that 6 times over, 2 months times six? And that's only 12 months and see how much further you're going to get, right? So I think you are the perfect definition of someone who takes imperfect action. You don't overthink and
Yeah,
overcomplicate. You move forward
definitely
one step
not.
at a time. You don't try to make the most perfect type of videos. You just move forward and you fail forward, right? But when you fail forward and you combine it with a great mentor, a great mentorship program, and you work hard, truly, you do work really, really hard, incredible things can happen.